Let's have a quick look at the materials before I get on with today's painting. These are my colours, and I've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. And they're all Cotman watercolours, just squeezed out and allowed to dry overnight. Normally pretty good. They'll be a little bit soft. A couple of days and they'll be pretty rock hard like. Underneath those I've got my brushes. Most of the work's done with this, the larger on Ranson Ake and the number 3 rigger, and then I've also got a 3/4 inch flat. Got the water jar here, it's got a nice lip on it so I can take the lot of the excess water off. Just like so on the jar. The rest of the water I take off on the tea towel, makes it manageable. The paper's 15x11 Fabriano, cold pressed, £130. I'm just going to start by just wetting the paper all over. Just makes it stretch nice and even, and also lets the clouds and whatnot diffuse nicely, so there's no hard edges or anything like that. That was just a little bit of raw sienna. This is going to be just a little bit of blue. I've just caught the lemon there by mistake. You see how it's a little bit green, but I ain't going to worry too much about that. Just knock that in there, something like so. Let's go a bit of alizarin crimson, Payne's grey, nice sort of cloudy colour. And then up there we've got a few little clouds, something like that. A few reflections down the bottom. I might clean the brush, just squeeze the water out like that, straight into the jar. See how it comes out, like just get your fingers like that and squeeze it. And just dry it on a tea towel. And just go in there and just make a few clouds. See how it all just comes off onto the brush. A few little reflections down the bottom. What else can I do in the sky while I'm at it? Maybe a touch more blue. A bit of blue up here. And a bit down there. This water down the bottom, so I'm just reflecting some of that colour up in the sky. Another way of making clouds, you can even take your tissue and do it that way as well. Might get rid of some of these hairs while I'm at it. This brush is molting terribly. Right then, now you can see how all the hairs are coming apart. So all I'm doing is just dipping the very tips into the water and then just brushing them on the side like that, and see how they all come together. Just an easy way, and then just get rid of the excess like that. And you got a sort of nice, clean, dryish brush, and you're ready to go. Yet again, so I'm going to go into all those same colours I've just used. Let's pick an horizon line. I'm going pretty high up, I think. Let's pop in a few little mountains. A bit of lemon yellow there, there's a bit of grass on the side of those mountains. And they're going right down. Something like that. And then as I'm going along, I'm just pulling down the reflection. So that's the most distant land. The paper's stretched a little bit, so I'm just going to pull it tight. So I've got a flat surface to work with again. And then there's a bit of land now on the right, so I want this to be stronger, so more paint, less water. So this is why I do the pans as big as I can, squeeze them out at at least all the way around, all the colours, at least the width of the brush, so I can get plenty of colour on. So if I want a nice rich green, I just go lemon yellow, Payne's grey, and then look how strong that comes off the brush now. You can just go all the way down. There's some nice little trees over there. And they're sort of coming over. And there's just a little bit of a reflection down there. It's such a light red, just for no other reason, for the bit of variation in there. No reflections there, because that's just going to sweep round. It's going to be a darkish shoreline, so I haven't bothered cleaning the brush. I'm just going to in fact, I will clean the brush because it's getting really muddy now. Excess off on the tea towel. And then let's make our shoreline colours. So I'm going to burnt umber, ultramarine, and then just a little nice sweep. Just sweep it round. A little bit of red again, just to burnt umber, ultramarine. Just bits of land there, popping up out of the water. Let's darken this up somewhere at the bottom. Piece of card. Now this beach, it's full of rocks and pebbles, so I'm just going to use the card just to scrape those rocks out. So easy to overdo it, but then if you do overdo it, you can always just paint straight back over it. This is bordering on too wet, but I might just about get away with it. Some little ones there. Obviously they get smaller and smaller the further away they go. That'll do for that. Let's give that a quick dry. Let's just pull this tight once more first. A quick dry. And then for our focal point, let's put a little yacht in the distance. So I'm just going to switch to the number 3 rigger. And then I don't want too much water on, I just want it damp. And then in my other hand I'm just going to take a clean piece. I'd recommend using a clean piece of tissue. Make sure your hand's not wet. And then just pick somewhere along that coastline, on the horizon and just a little triangular sail shape. And then once you've damped it enough, it should come off with the t-shirt. And I'll just put another one in next to it. And just one more. So if you're doing different sides, they look either further away or closer to you. Another one over here. I generally try and start them off smaller, because then if I make a mistake I can always, I've got room to manoeuvre then. I can make them a little bit bigger to sort of cover the mistake. That's our 3 little yachts on the horizon. Let's just have a little bird up here. And then last but not least, pop your name in the corner. I'll call that one done. So let's see what it looks like with the mounts on. So here's our finished painting, all mounted up. So as usual, I started with the sky. Here we've got our ultramarine where you can see it through the clouds. Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, make this nice cloudy mix, and you can see the reason for wetting the paper before I start is just so it all goes nice and soft and you get no hard edges in the sky areas. You don't want any hard edges until you get down into the most distant land here, which I put in the same colours as the sky to push it right back. Mountain range, hills, all the way along, and you can see as we come closer, stronger tone, stronger paint, less water, so it pushes the distant land further back and brings this forward. Corner of the hike just to make these trees. I could have done a few flicks with a fingernail there, put a few trunks in. I never thought, I think I was rushing a bit too much. A few reflections and then a few sweeps with a hike, putting this foreground show, and you can see using the corner of the card how you can just simply put in these rock shapes. Just breaks up the colour in the foreground, helps add a bit of texture and a bit of interest there. But if you put them in too early while the paint's too wet, they'll just fill back in. So let it half dry before you start to put them in. They obviously get smaller and smaller as you go off into the distance. Thanks for watching. I hope you like that. Any questions, please ask. All paintings are available in my eBay shop. And I'll see you again soon.